So we have specially invited esteemed industry speakers who will be sharing with you about the manufacturing and sustainability sectors, including the in-demand skills and availability jobs opportunity. So we'll start with the sharing before we open out for discussion, for panel discussion and Q&A. So just a few things to note before we start the webinar. You can use the chat features to submit your questions, and we'll try to have them answered at the panel discussion. We will ask for your questions and comments to be respectful, and we welcome active learning by asking questions. So before we start, we want to inform you that this webinar will be recorded for our use. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to our first speaker, Mr. Mikhail Tan, who is a dedicated learning and development professional with over 2 decades of experience in empowering workforce capabilities. With a strong foundation in precision and mechanical engineering and a degree in human resource development from the University of Melbourne, Mikhail bridged technical expertise with strategic talent development. Let's welcome Mr. Mikhail, please.
Thank you. Please allow me to share my screen. Can you guys see my slide?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. So let me begin with my slide. Okay, welcome for the seminar. And my name is Mikhail from Makino Asia, and I'm the section manager for the learning and development for the past 30 years. And this is my profile. I think that the MC have been briefed me about this. And for the future trend in the manufacturing industry for the precision engineering, because Makino is under the precision engineering sector, and we are looking now is essential for the AI machine learning integration and additive manufacturing, what we call the 3D metal printing. It's not very well known in Singapore yet, but we are now is very in advance and sustainable for the eco-friendly engineering, and followed by the digital twins and the smart factory. And Makino Asia Singapore, we have a very, very strong in the smart factory. Everything is automation, and the whole factory almost got no people at all. And advanced methodology and quality assurance, meaning that we maintain a very high accuracy machinery and smart material and embedding for the sensor. And for the useful skill and adequate is that we are looking forward to see the technical engineering skill, digital automation skill, together with the sustainability and green manufacturing. Because Singapore now is going towards green country, and we are in line with that and understand the eco-friendly for the material. And of course, with the soft skill, career development skill that I myself with my team that to develop every one of them with the career development skill. And this let me share a bit about Makino. Actually, Makino is the metal cutting industry. Makino is known as more than a machine that we build CNC machine, computer numeric control, together with the vertical milling machine, horizontal milling machine, EDM and wire cut. And our promise for the performance is everything in Makino, and quality and safety together with us. And let me share with you about a slide that what we done in the additive manufacturing and single EDM, wire cut and milling. This is the thing that we are maintain less than 5 micron for every single part. And this is the industry that we serve for: automotive, medical, aerospace, and electronic. It's something like for the electronic, for your iPhone 16, iPhone 17, that cover is made by our Makino machine. And the medical is something like your CT scan machine. Part of the spare part is made by our machine. Together with the aerospace, the aeroplane wing, the spare part is also made by us. Let me share to you about a short video about our machine.
What can a single machine do? In a world where machining is an essential part of the future to come, where a micron is all it takes to change the game, where you put your hopes into a machine to get it right the first time, and where you need a partner to face the challenges ahead. Makino Asia has stood out as a reliable partner to transform your manufacturing performance. From its humble beginnings in Japan, Makino expanded into Singapore to become a leading machining solutions provider, supporting customers globally. After decades of continuous innovation, we stand today at the forefront of the industry. But what makes us stand out is our dedication to your success. And that is why, whatever your size, whatever your industry, we have innovative machines that can deliver top quality work with unparalleled precision. Born from decades of a culture of craftsmanship, our machines are not only designed with your needs in mind, but we also safeguard your future through the use of energy-saving technologies and renewable resources. Our commitment to serve you better is why we have developed integrated solutions that enhances your productivity. Wherever you are, we are always ready to support you with guided demonstrations, in-depth customer training, and personalized service every step of the way, because we understand how critical flawless operation is to you. And because we believe in a future where everyone can succeed, we have committed ourselves to knowledge sharing and growth, where we invest in each of our talents so they can make a positive difference. But that's not all. Our commitment to deliver even more value is opening doors to new, exciting journeys. And we want to walk this path with you. Because Makino is more than just our name. It's our promise. For quality first. Makino Asia.
Okay, so this is my corporate video. And let me share with you about the journey of Makino. Is that he started in Singapore in 1937 in Japan, and he started in Singapore in 1973. So this year, Makino is 52 years in Singapore. And we have about 4 main headquarters in the world. Japan is our headquarters. Makino Asia Singapore is the Asia headquarters that we have all the R&D engineer. Is more than about 100 engineers is together with us. All the trade, like for example, engineering in mechanical, electronic, software, program, everything, you name it, we have it. And together with the Europe HQ and American HQ. And we have a lot of staff that second us to other country to learn together. And we have more than 130 global talents in the what we call more than 10 countries to serve us to design the new machine. And we also have the 15 technology center, including Singapore. We have the machine demonstration, customer training, process improvement, and technology development in our R&D sector. And also we have our engineering Makino Technology Academy is equal to engineering training center is led by me. We are more focused on safety, 5S, quality, and customer service oriented. That's why we name it Makino Technology Academy, MTA. And we have another two at Kunsan, China, and Bangalore in India. So make a guess, for the Makino Asia in Singapore, we have about 14 football field as a size in the Tuas, just next to nearby Joo Koon MRT. And we have our advanced manufacturing factory, what we call a smart factory. Inside everything is automation and everything planned by our engineer. And we have the automated material handling. Everything will be scanned, and the robot will be go by themselves. They call AGV, automated guided vehicle. This is a product range that from Makino Singapore that developed and manufacturing in Singapore. We have the top one vertical milling machine center for mold and die, and below one is the vertical center for parts. And on your right hand side, but the bottom is precision job shop, meaning is that we are running this for mass production. Everything here, what you can see from here, is made in Singapore. Beside that, the product range also included the horizontal milling machine. I believe that this is a very rare seen in Singapore, and we have the automation and additive manufacturing, meaning is that we are using 3D laser printer to print metal parts. And of course, one of the main core is the sinker EDM together with the wire EDM. Everything you can see in the picture is designed, developed, and manufacturing in Singapore. And for a job opening, what you are looking for is a technical associate application, meaning is that this department is called application department. The main objective is to operate, and we will train you 3 to 5 axis milling machine, perform the machine maintenance, and conduct the machine performance testing, and deliver the technical support to customer. Meaning is that this group of people will be face to face to deal with customer, to understand their need, and to feedback to us that what is the design required, and ensure they comply with the workplace safety as well, because that Makino safety is always number one. Of course, that for the job requirement, diploma in mechanical engineering, and we are looking forward to see the good communication skill and a passion in engineering. And last but not least, there are very high chance to go for overseas training for the secondaries and for product transferring. The second one is the technical associate is also in the customer service. The customer service not only just to answer the call, they have to provide the installation and how to install the machine in a different part, something like EDM, wire cut, and vertical milling machine. They also need to provide a field service support to troubleshoot the machine when there is any problem in local or overseas. Also respond to a customer complaint and perform schedule or unscheduled. That's why we have a very strong in what you call IoT center, Internet of Things. The center will be communicate with the customer, and they are the one who schedule and arrange our technical associate to face to the customer. And for a job requirement, you have to prepare to do a service report detail for daily, and how to educate our customer maintain for the basic machine skill, and also have to share with them how to teach them how to operate the machine. So for the proper document labeling, and ensure all the equipment and calibrated in a good condition, and it for the Makino standard, and ensure that all the equipment provide are kept sealed, and also comply with the safety policy. Of course, as what I mentioned, safety is number one. Let me share to you a bit beside your skill set for the job is that we have very strong, every year we have more than 50 to 100 interns together with us, including Singapore Poly, Nanyang Poly, Ngee Poly, ITE, and Uni, NTU, and NUS. And these are some of the slides I can show you is that internship, we provide them free t-shirt, three set of t-shirt free. They no need to return. And we also provide island-wide transport, meal allowance, uniform, and personal protective equipment. They are the one have to go for training before they're able to touch the machine. And this is a slide, the end internship presentation. As a Makino, the intern here is not only need to learn their skill, they also need to present what they have learned after their internship. Then our CEO on the left side here, is that he like to deal with he like to contact with all the intern after their presentation and lunch together with them. And this is an employee engagement activity. As a staff in Makino, engagement activity is very, very active. And we have the table tennis tournament, we have the dinner and dance, and we have a family day, and we have a movie day. So all the staff here is all equipped and understand and also well known about the activity. For the talent development is that we train from the polytechnic. We train you in uni. We also train you in the fresh graduate. If you are here in the polytechnic, and if you want to go for further study or want to work under the work study diploma or PEMC, we would like to sponsor you to go for the uni for internship and a sponsorship and a scholarship. And Makino is very active in the Singapore Education Scholarship, they call SGIS, and to groom you, to bond you together, that to support you on all the school fee. And also, once you graduate, you no need to worry about looking for a job. You are with Makino for the rest of the few years. This is our other talents program that just now what I have saw, and we have a management associate program, meaning is that you guys will be attached to the top management or what we call corporate to plan our corporate activity like board meeting, this and that. We also have another one called engineering associate program that climbs to the top level, meaning is that this engineer come in as a fresh engineer, but he will go through the 5-year fast track program to become a senior engineer or principal engineer in 5 years. Of course, this one will depend on the performance. And they will go through the different department rotation to make sure that they can understand of each department function before they go back to their respective department. This all of them will be go into their R&D and technical focus too. And the last one, as what I mentioned just now, is that the Singapore's Industry Scholarship, SGIS, we like to sponsor and we like to get from the scholar from the uni and to sponsor them for 2 or 4 years. Okay, this is some of the part that I can share to you that our vertical milling machine is doing. Just how I skip for that one is for the whole video. You can see the okay, just now what you saw is that our milling machine can do very, very tiny drilling machine in high speed. So we are looking forward to see SP engineering student to join Makino. And let me share to you for the last few slides is that Makino, beside doing the assemble milling machine, we also doing AM, additive manufacturing, laser metal printing. So this is our metal additive manufacturing footprint, and we set up in Singapore and in Europe as well. So we have one group of people there together with us. Then now they are very active. And this is our latest milling machine, our laser 3D printing machine in additive manufacturing. They call AML 500. And this is the updated one that launched in this year in AML 900, and they are more faster and more accurate compared to the AML 500, and more bigger size. As some of them is also joined as SP engineering, something like our staff here. Later I'll share to you about the staff information for a short while. This we do a fabrication, we do a repair for the aircraft, the spare part. If the spare part want to do repair the way and they don't want to buy a new one, yes, additive manufacturing can do that. And we also fixture addition, and also we do a lot of coating. And this is the part that Shimano is testing part, something like this. And this is the part that we can, and this is the factory. Some of the part of the factory you can see on your the right hand side, high speed printing machine, metal in our additive manufacturing. For our R&D engineer that this is Mr. Low, he's a senior principal engineer. He been be here for 15 years. Yes, he from trainee to become a senior principal engineer, meaning it's the highest level compared to equivalent to manager. So he's the one who trained our guy to train our fresh graduate from poly student until here. This is what he designed for. And this for the R&D mailing every time that they have a gathering, we have more than 67 engineer. I think that the number need to up to 100 for different from 10 nationality. And this is the last few slide that for Ragini she also from Singapore Poly. She graduated from NTU Singapore and also join us. And this is our main parts and one of our main group here. So their offer is all it is. Application, we're also selling the material and also product development. This is our part that we serve for the customer. This is what they do. And for the final part printing, okay, so this is a live in Makino additive manufacturing. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, so thanks, Mr. Mikel. Just now you mentioned about thanks for sharing Makino's very comprehensive capability. I think through your sharing, I think what I really appreciate is that there's this proper talent development pathway, like a management associate program, engineering associate program, and more importantly, there's also the Singapore industry scholarships, lah. And
Yes.
yeah, so if you are interested, do stay tuned to the probably towards the end of the this webinar where we'll share more details about Makino's job availability and all. Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you, Mr. Mikel, again. So for our next speaker, with over 18 years of working experience, RJ Vitat has built a career rooted in recruitment, talent acquisition, and candidate engagement. So currently serving as a senior talent acquisition specialist at Global Foundry since 2022, RJ played a pivotal role in driving global hiring initiative, partnering with stakeholders, and enhancing employers' branding. RJ has a passion for connecting people with opportunities and finding talents within the industry. So today we are pleased to be able to hear personally from him about the semiconductor industry, the emerging trends, and possible pathway at Global Foundries. Over to you, RJ.
Right. Hi. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. So let me share my screen. Let me know if you all can see it. Okay. All right. Everyone can see it, right?
Yes, you can see it.
All right, great. So again, my name is RJ. I am the Senior Talent Acquisition here at Global Foundries. And for today's session, I will be discussing about navigating opportunities within the semiconductor industry. So one of the things that we ask first is that, where is GF? So in order to ask that, in order to answer that question, I'll be playing a short video and see where we can actually locate Global Foundries. Okay. All right, sorry, can I just check if you were able to hear the audio?
Oh, I'm
Okay, hang on, sorry. Just sorry for the sorry, were you able to hear the audio earlier?
No.
I'm not able.
Oh no, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Hang on, let me just set. Okay, I think I'll just go straight. Basically, I'll go to the directly to the discussion. So let me share my screen again. Okay. All right. Okay, so as asked you earlier, where is Global Foundries? Basically, Global Foundries is found everywhere. Why do we say that? So let me just give you about what we're doing here at Global Foundries. We're the ones who make the essential chips that power all of the technologies that we have. Okay. And for Global Foundries, we are a pure play foundry. So what do you mean by a pure play foundry? So this means that we are a company that make the integrated chips for other companies, but does not design and own its IC product. So think of it this way: you're like actually sending us your shirt for printing, and we're the ones printing the design for you. So we are the ones involved in semiconductor wafer, and we supply these wafers to our customers and who dice them and cut them and package them and assemble them until they reach all of your electronic devices. So it can be from vehicles, it can be from 5G data centers, machine learning. So these are like the kinds of technologies that we share. Okay. And understanding the semiconductor industry. So in this line, right, you have to understand that there are only like 5 scale foundries in the world: SMIC, Samsung, TSMC, UMC, and Global Foundries. And after that, we have the other semiconductor companies like Broadcom, Skyworks, Nvidia, Qualcomm, and then the next one will be in the ecosystem will be the other companies for electronics: Samsung, Microsoft, Bosch. So they're the ones using the wafers that we actually supply in the market. And GF in a glance, so in 2024, we have a 6.75 billion revenue, and we are serving 200 customers with 13,000 employees globally. And we ship also 2.1 million wafer shipments in 2024. And in 3 continents, we have 4 manufacturing sites. We also have 9,000 patents as well that we have created. And for the branches that we have here globally, we have our Malta, New York, US site. We have our Singapore site based in Woodlands. So if you're actually going to the customs in or the Woodlands checkpoint, you can actually see our company. And we have our also fab in Dresden, Germany, and also back in US, Burlington. So these are all strategically placed location wherein we are able to supply wafers across the globe. Now, zoning in for Singapore. So the market segments that we serve in Singapore ranges from smart mobile devices, automotive, home and industrial Internet of Things, and other secure products as well. We have about 4,800 employees, and we've been operating in different technologies and have been operating since 1987. So as mentioned earlier, we have about like 200 or more than 200 employees, and we have been manufacturing more than 1 million wafers per year. So you can see we also have our Fab 7 extension, which was just recently opened not too long ago. And you see from our fab, we actually are, I would say, it's really, when I started with GF, is really like, I was quite amazed how big the facility here in Global Foundries. And now, since we are talking about navigating the careers here in Global Foundry, or rather in the semiconductor industry, right? It's really important to understand the progress that we are doing and how we are shaped. And in our lives, we have been, technology has shaped us from our personal computers before to the rise of data centers and network, and then mobiles as well, and even in other parts of a lot of technologies that we have been covering. So for the past more decades, and so it's been computer centric, and there's a lot of technologies, and we are here adapting as well based on the demand. And also, semiconductor market is also expected to grow more than 1 trillion by the end of this decade, so about like 2030. And here are also the mega trends that are shaping the global economy. So I'll give you about like some of the areas that we're moving from: IoT, for 5G as well, cloud, AI, and next generation automotive. So these are the trends, and that we are keeping up as well, because as time goes by, as years pass, we also have to adapt into the technologies that are basically conquering our markets as well. And for the positions that we have in GF, so we start with process. So these are like the positions that we are currently hiring, and even providing for our interns as well and our full-time employees. So we have process engineering. So these process engineering, think of them as like in a bakery or in a kitchen, wherein they're coming up with the recipes, right? They're putting in all the recipes on how to create based on the design of the customer. And yeah, think of them as like the ones who create the recipes. Next, we have the equipment engineers or our equipment technicians who are involved in the machines themselves. They're the ones who are maintaining the how to put it, the equipment when it comes to any breakdowns or any of utilization. Then we have our automated material handling system. So as I've mentioned, we've been keeping up with the technology from having manual, and now we're having a lot of automated systems. So we do have our automation engineers who are involved in this material handling system that carries the wafers from one point to another. And think of them like, when you go to those restaurants that have robots, and like even those hotels that carry items from the concierge all the way to your rooms. These are like the robots. So we do have our automated system that carries these wafers from one point to another. Then next, we have the manufacturing division, which is like, think of them like those kitchen chefs, like these chefs, head chefs that looks after the whole procedures of the processes. So they're looking after like the bottlenecks, like they're looking any errors in the production or in the baking itself, if you're putting in that relation. And these are involved in the whole processes of manufacturing. Then we have our digital manufacturing as well, who are like our software engineers behind the scenes, who looks after the data analytics, also with the machine learning and all of these information that we are putting on a software basis. Okay, so these are like the primary positions that we have, or the roles that we have in the operations with Global Foundries. Next, so the careers of Global Foundries. You can start off, we have a lot of positions, because since we are a manufacturing company, we cover different segments from technical to non-technical positions. We have our process engineers, our data scientists, our supply chain, technology and development, you name it, we have it. Because even apart from our technical positions, we also have our support positions, from our HR, from our supply chain, from our IT, for our facilities. We have those positions. And we are actually recruiting as well for them as well. So you can visit our website later on and see the positions that we have at Global Foundries. The career paths that we have for Global Foundries, right? It starts off as, you can start off as an engineer, or rather an associate engineer, moving up into an associate engineer, and then become an engineer, to become a senior engineer, a principal engineer, and all the way up to becoming a manager. So we train our employees, our interns. We offer a lot of programs that would really equip them for the skills that they're needing, and from foundation all the way to expert advanced training. And in terms of the courses that we are taking for careers within the industry, We have from computer science, from electrical electronics, industrial microelectronics, semiconductor technology, material science, mechanical, all of these kinds of relevant, as you can see here, are the kind of the relevant courses that we are taking here at Global Foundries. And our accolades, GF has been awarded as a great place to work for many years now. And because we are here to really recognize the dedication of our employees. And also, as I mentioned, we've been training them as well. So we also garnered awards because we want our employees to experience and utilize all the things that they can benefit within the organization to become better individuals as well. And yeah, follow us on Instagram and LinkedIn for any of our latest news and positions and updates so that you'll be able to relate to us and see the activities that we have at Global Foundries. All right, that concludes my presentation for the day, for this session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ajay. So the next speaker is Im Boon. So Im Boon is the Chief HR Officer at Cora Environment. He has years of experience in shaping people strategy, culture, and organizational effectiveness across various businesses and industries. So today we'll find out more about Im Boon on the key challenges of the waste industry and the initiative undertaken to move towards a circular waste economy, as well as to gain good insights for those who are considering to enter this industry. Over to you, Im Boon.
Thank you. Let me just share my slides. Right, can I check if you can see my sharing?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you very much for the introduction, Chong Man. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Im Boon. I'm the Chief HR Officer for Cora Environment. All right, so I guess many of you will be thinking, what is Cora Environment? Let me just give you a very quick background of the company. Cora Environment as a company is actually only, I would say, about close to 2 months old. All right, why is that so? It's because we have actually rebranded our company's name, right, on this year, 11 September. Okay, but we have actually been in operation, all right, in Singapore for 40 over years. Our former name, which I guess most of you would actually associate with, is actually Semwaste, where we were actually under Sembcorp Industries. Okay, as what Ajay say, Global Foundries, you can find them everywhere. I will say that for Cora Environment, or formerly Semwaste under Sembcorp, you can actually see us everywhere. Okay, our trucks are plying the roads everywhere, every day in Singapore, right? So why we actually have to rebrand and rename our company is because earlier this year in March, right, we were actually divested by Sembcorp to our new parent company called TBS Energy. TBS Energy is actually an Indonesian company listed in the stock exchange. And hence, with the divestment, we actually had to carry our rebranding exercise. And thereafter, Cora is actually born, right? So with the new name, people are, is always asking me, why Cora? All right, so with the name Cora, what we basically envisage is, really what we are looking at is to promote sustainable waste management that is right at the core and the heart, okay, of our people, planet, and our purpose. And with that, we actually need a lot of collaboration across the entire ecosystem with various stakeholders. All right, so if I were to go on and break down, what does Cora do? Right, essentially, I will break down into 5 key business lines of what we actually do. Okay, first of all, if you can see, we actually serve 2 public waste collection sectors, that is in City Punggol as well as Clementi Bukit Merah. All right, so these are the public waste collection sectors contracts awarded by the NEA. And we actually term them under public waste collection. Okay. On top of that, we also do general waste collection. This is what we call the industrial commercial waste. Okay, and for that, we serve over 5,000 commercial customers all across the islands. So this can include malls, hospital, as well as your condominiums, etc. Okay, the third business line that we are in is actually what we call the material recovery facility that is actually located in Tuas. All right, so what this facility or plant does is essentially when my public waste collectors go out, in the two sectors that I've mentioned, they collect back the recyclables from the blue bins across the island. They will actually transport these recyclables to my MRF, and thereafter we will commence the process of sorting out all the recyclables. All right, so whatever that we can recover as recyclables, we will then bill it and then send it to the off-takers. Whatever that the waste that's been collected that cannot be recovered as recyclables, it will then be sent for incineration. All right, and the last or the fourth business line that I'll speak about is we actually have Singapore's only private-owned energy from waste plant that is in Jurong Island in Singapore. All right, so what does my EFW plant do? Basically, essentially, for the waste that we have collected from our ICW customers, from there's over 5,000 commercial customers, we will collect all their waste and then it will be sent to our EFW plant to be incinerated. Okay, the resulting product from the incineration of this waste is actually steam. So we actually produce steam, and thereafter this steam, we actually sell it back to Sembcorp, who will then distribute all this steam to all the various customers in Jurong Island. All right, so all in all, for the profile of the company, we are about 750 population, right? Over 280 collection vehicles that are going around Singapore 24/7, right? So we serve over 450 homes and trade premises with 5,000 commercial customers. So this is basically an overview of the entire operations for Cora Environment. And where we are actually located is we have quite a number of depots. All right, if you can see on the right-hand side, where we have a Bedok depot, which is serving the City Hougang Punggol sector. All right, we have the Tuas depot, which is serving the Clementi Bukit Merah sector. All right, we have our Bukit Merah depot, which is the base for our industrial commercial waste operations. All right, and we have a few other depots, all right, that are currently in operation, but it's not a main base for the rest of the other business that I've referred to. All right, and lastly, we have our corporate office, which is actually right now in Labrador Towers. Okay, I will then move on to my next slide. Okay, so basically what we are trying to do now for Cora is, as you know that, Singapore actually has a grand plan of a zero waste master plan, where we want to become a zero waste nation in 2030. All right, but we alone, Cora alone, can't achieve or help the nation to achieve this without collaborating with all the stakeholders within the waste economy. Hence, the last business line that I'm actually referring to is we are coming up with, I would say, innovative, sustainable solutions to help to drive this circular waste economy. We have recently, or last year, we have patented, all right, a process called Mona Lisa. Mona stands for Mixed Waste Offsite Normative Assessment. In short, it is actually a process of a waste audit where we will then basically give the customers the insights, all right, on the type of waste that they are generating. And with that, from the profile of the waste, customers can then make informed decisions on how they can reduce, how they can divert certain waste to recycling. Next, LISA. Again, is another process where the full name for LISA is actually Landfill Incineration Strategic Avoidance, meaning we are trying to help customers after profiling their waste, how do they then re-divert their waste such that it does not end up in the incineration, or it does not end up in our landfill in Semakau, right? So with these two processes, we are actually reaching out to a lot of, I would say, a lot of enterprise, a lot of companies in Singapore to embark with us on this journey to discover, to analyze the type of waste that they are generating, and with that, how we are able to divert their waste into recyclables. Okay, next, on the third circle, on our CLPN is what we, again, we have launched it last year. It's actually a closed loop partners network where we actually work with a diverse group of partners to actually drive circularity in this whole waste solutions. So what we actually do and partner with these partners is we will collect all the clean stream recyclings, example, food waste, plastics, e-waste, rubber, wood, metal, grass, paper, textiles. All right. Once we have collected, we will then send to all our partners such that they are able to use these materials to recycle them into other products. Right. So as of now, we actually have total of 14 partners, all right, who are partnering us, who will take in all these recyclables and then reproduce them into other products. And with that, we have also came up with the fourth circle, Cora Responsible Mark, where we actually give accreditation, all right, and certification to all our partners to ensure that their processes are all in place and that the recyclables that we have sent to our partners are being responsibly recycled. So this is to give assurance to our customers that, you know, the so-called the recyclables that we collect from our customers are then, which is then being transported to our closed loop partners, and these materials are being recycled in a closed loop. Okay, and lastly, we are also working on a dashboarding where we right now we are able to provide real life data, all right, on the types of waste that we have collected from our customers, all right, and after they undergo the MONA assessment, all right, we are able to provide customers with the different kind of analysis that they require to know what kind of waste that they are generating, and thereafter, what is their recycling rates thereafter. So with all these solutions, we are essentially trying to drive synergy, right, in order to close the entire waste loop, such that a product that we got can be either recycled, right, through our CLPN network and then be made into other products. For waste that are not being able to be recycled, of course, then it will be sent for incineration. But once the waste is being sent to our energy from waste plant for incineration, again, the end product of it is actually steam. And once we generate steam, this is actually being so-called again being closing the waste loop, where even from incineration, we are able to transform it to another different form of energy. All right. So I hope I have given everyone here a very broad but hopefully comprehensive view of how we can actually rethink about waste and how we can actually drive synergy to help Singapore achieve our master plan of becoming a zero waste nation in 2030. Of course, I also recognize that, you know, this being a career lunch talk, so what are the opportunities available in Cora environment? All right, so for the technical positions, I would say it will be more towards the positions in my EFW plant, where we're essentially looking out for engineers to basically operate the plant. So in terms of operations engineer, in terms of maintenance engineer, in terms of technical services engineers. All right. Besides that, besides the technical so-called positions, we also have non-technical positions. So this could be in positions in my I would say my both my public waste collection business as well as my industrial waste collection businesses, where we require operations people to actually join us. It is very much of, I would say, a logistics business. Hence, we will require supply chain, we will require operations people for those positions. All right. And third, we also have our own corporate office where I'm actually hiring for my corporate functions. So this includes finance, HR, IT, procurement, as well as my business development department, which essentially goes out to market, right, these solutions like Mona and Lisa, as well as partnering with our CLPN stakeholders. So these are the various opportunities and positions that's available in Cora Environment. We are essentially a local company, all right, as of now. If you have read the article on 11 September, where there's actually a press release, in the next 5 years, we intend to invest 200 million, all right, into the industry. So I would say, as I always told, tell candidates whom I met during interviews, I would say we are at the very infancy stage of a waste transition, all right. The image of the waste industry has always been, oh, it's a dirty job, it's very smelly. Unfortunately, I don't know if you live in that era, my parents would tell me, you better study hard. If not, next time you're going to collect rubbish, right? But from what I see now, I would say that a lot of more attention and focus now has been put into the waste industry, not only in Singapore, but even in many other countries, on how to effectively manage waste within the country. So with this, I would definitely encourage, if you have interest in this sector, all right, it is not that sexy, but definitely I would say it is an industry that is gaining more traction, and there are a lot of opportunities, and there are a lot of different areas that we can go into and progress. And as a company, Cora is also looking to expand out of Singapore, right? So this is my last slide. Hopefully later, if you have any more questions, we can cover it during the panel itself. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thanks, Inbu, for your sharing. So just basically, I just want to thank the three speakers for your very comprehensive sharing. So I think at SP, we have continuing education and training courses that you can take to help you build those skills for career in the manufacturing and the sustainability sectors. So I would like to invite my colleague, Dr. Lim, to share on the CET courses offered by the School of Mechanical and Aeronautical Engineering. Dr. Lim, please.
Thanks, Truman. Thank you. Let me just set up the slide. Hang on. Okay. Okay, let me just project it. Yeah, I presume everyone can see my slide, my deck. Yeah. Okay, good. So, hi everyone. A very good afternoon to you. My name is Chi Kian, and I'm from the School of Mechanical and Aeronautical Engineering. So, as mentioned, I'm part of the school's CET team. So, CET stands for Continuing Education and Training. And our mission is to build and deepen the skills and competencies of our local workforce, so to stay competitive and resilient in this constantly evolving industry landscape. And beyond the technical aspect of things, it's also our vision to foster a culture of lifelong learning amongst our adult learners. So I understand I'm given 5 minutes of airtime, so I'll just jump straight into my agenda for today, which is to share with you two of our MECT offerings, which you may find of interest, that is related to today's webinar focus, which is on manufacturing and sustainability. So the two courses that I will be sharing will be the Specialist Diploma in Robotics and Automation, or SDRA in short, and our Specialist Diploma in Sustainable Digital Manufacturing. So before I introduce these courses, probably the first question you may have on your mind will be, what is a Specialist Diploma? And why do a Specialist Diploma? So a Specialist Diploma, SD, are designed for diploma graduates who seek to further their learning and training in a more focused or specialized domain areas. So in terms of duration, a typical SD is made up of 2 PDCs, post-diploma certificates, consisting of 4 modules in total, and to be completed within a year, as illustrated at the bottom of the screen that you are looking at. So classes are conducted in the evening, so as to cater for our adult learners who are typically caught up with work during the day. Regards to study load and commitment, it will be 2 evenings per week. And with application-based teaching and learning, the focus is not just about theories per se, but more on the applications. So learning the practical aspect of the real-world implementation and solution is what the SD focuses on. So at this level, we believe in skills acquisition and competency demonstration. And hence, in terms of assessment, it will be via course assignments and projects rather than the traditional rote learning and exams. So with that, first off, this is just in a nutshell, the summary of a Specialist Diploma in Robotics and Automation. So what this course actually covers is encapsulated within the SIRI framework. So this is the Smart Industry Readiness Framework by EDB. So as you see on screen, highlighted in the red box, the course covers the technology block consisting of 3 pillars, namely automation, connectivity, and intelligence. And that forms the backbone of advanced manufacturing, or I 4.0. So covering these 3 pillars are our PDC 1, 2, and 3. So learners will acquire core skill sets and competency in advanced manufacturing in support of their companies or organization I 4.0 transformation journey. So a unique selling point of our SD is that it's a stackable course structure, whereby if you look on screen, PDC 1 is common between both certification. So one will be able to attain 2 SDs within 1.5 years of study. So another USP, unique selling point that I'd like to highlight will be one of our module is adopted by SIT. So it has been included as part of their competency units under the SIT CSM pathway. So SDRA graduates who seek to further their degree studies in SIT will enjoy credit exemptions accordingly. So now I'll move on to the second course, which is on the sustainability front. We offer the Specialist Diploma in Sustainable Digital Manufacturing. So this SD prepares learners from the manufacturing sector who are pivoting towards sustainability reporting and energy management. I'm sure all of us are well aware of the impending climate impact of the greenhouse gas emissions have on us environmentally and to the businesses financially and economically. So in local context, companies or sectors are subjected to Energy Conservation Act, Carbon Pricing Act, etc. in the lead up to the SG Green Plan 2030. So there is a need, and in fact, urgent need for the manufacturing sector to prepare and ready themselves for the impending climate disclosure and sustainability related legislations. So learners in this SD will acquire practical know-how in the digitization of shop floor and the application of data analytics and AI to optimize their processes and workflows. So they will also learn ISO standards to account for carbon footprints and drive energy management strategies within their organization. The unique selling point of this SD is that we partner with industry sustainability champions or leaders like Tusut in the co-creation and development of our modules. And in fact, learners will be awarded with industry recognized certification upon completion. So we are confident with a curriculum backed up by our industry endorsement and support, our graduates will be competent and capable to drive sustainability effort and be a change leader within the organization. So with that, this will be my last slide. Showing on screen, these are some of our sustainability related short courses, again, endorsed by industry partners. So do feel free to scan the QR code on the top right-hand corner of your screen. You'll be brought to our MAE CEP digital course brochure. So in there, you will find the complete listing of our MAE CET courses with the course links embedded and the context included. And if you have any other queries and like to touch base with me, please scan the QR code to the left of the course brochure QR. You'll find my contact details. So with that, thank you so much for your time and attention, and I hope I have shed some light on how MAE CET can support you in your skills and competency building, as well as your lifelong learning journey ahead. So with that, thank you so much, and I'll pass the time back to Chun Man.
Okay, thanks for the sharing. So for the participants, we do have a Q&A box. So if you have any questions, just feel free to input into the Q&A itself. Yeah, so I'll now share on some of the one of the courses that are offered by the School of Chemical and Life Sciences. It's basically the advanced diploma in applied food science. Okay. Okay, let me know if you can also see my screen as well.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so my name is Chon Man. So today I'll be sharing the work study program for the Advanced Diploma in Applied Food Science. So today my goal is to help you understand how a work study program might be the right option for you. So I'll be sharing insights into how this path allows you to develop hands-on experience, build industry connection, and put your learning into action. So by the end of the slides, I hope you feel more confident about exploring a work study program and making a decision that feels right for you, so you can move forward with a clear vision for your future. So before I move on to this, to the context of this project, today's program. So this program gives you at least 4 benefits. It has a full sponsorship of the course fee, at least 18 months of employment with monthly salary, gain valuable and relevant industry experience, and when you complete the program, you have a sign-on bonus of $5,000. So this work study program is a perfect blend and opportunity to gain real-world skills while continuing your studies. So it's a path that allows you to learn and earn at the same time, bridging the gap between education and employment and helping you make a smoother transition into your career. So for the Advanced Diploma in Applied Food Science, in short, AFS, we aim to recruit graduates from the 5 polytechnic and ITE. So the enrollment size is targeted at 15 to 20 trainees for a period of 18 months, starting from April 2026 to October 2027. So the company that we will engage as industry partner will range from food manufacturing companies, food ingredients, as well as food audit companies. So these are the list of eligible graduates from the polytechnics and ITE College West. So it is an 18 months program where fresh polytechnic graduates are placed in suitable companies as full-time employees. So the trainees will undergo on-job training according to an in-house structure plan in the companies, augmented by the course in the brand new Advanced Diploma in Applied Food Science. So trainees will complete 3 post-diploma certificates in food product innovation, food manufacturing, as well as food quality and safety management. So at the end of the training period, an Advanced Diploma in Applied Food Science will then be awarded. So we have strong industry support of more than 60 companies. So the next few slides, I'll show what are some of the example of the jobs roles. So the first one is on Nestle. So we have a QA executive role focusing on nutrition, safety, and testing. The next one is on Kerry. So basically, Kerry is the Kerry Ingredients, one of the world-leading taste and nutrition company. So one of the available job scope is a lab technician role, mainly facilitating the testing of the R&D samples. The Everglaze, which is the gelato company. So trainees will basically support in the product innovation and improvement job role. And lastly, the Nanta, which is the quality assurance coordinator. And basically this role will be facilitating from the food coordinators in the laboratory sector itself. So the curriculum as follows. So participants who join this program will undergo 3 different certificates. So the first one again is on the food product innovation. The second one is on the food processing. The last one on the food safety and quality management. So upon completion of these 3 certifications, you'll be awarded the advanced diploma. Yeah, the program runs, as mentioned just now, is a 4-day work period, and the participants will come back on the 5th day. So the lesson is from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So as mentioned, it's a full course sponsorship. So all these cost fees is borne by the company itself. Yeah. So maybe just to highlight some of the career progression pathways within the food industries. So what we hope to achieve is also after the 18 months of working experience, with deepening of their relevant skills, company will recognize the training effort and how this program has deepened their skills throughout the 18 months. So where they can then be promoted to the next level along the career advancement in each of these individual track. So at the end of the day, we wish to see a clear distinction in terms of the skill set and capabilities of these graduate as compared to fresh polytechnic graduates. So again, just to summarize, for this work study program, it's a full sponsorship of course fee, employment for at least 18 months with monthly salary, and it runs for 1.5 years, and sign-on bonus if you complete the course. So if you are keen and interested in this program, you can reach out to me, or maybe you can just send this QR code to register your interest. Okay. Okay, so next will be the pathways beyond SP videos, helps you move forward with confidence. So it's a guide to help SP graduates be ready for work with tips on job search, resumes, career development and growth, and much more. So ECG support lasts 3 years post-graduation. So scan the QR code to connect. So the following slide is about career resources available to support you, especially useful if you are looking at joining the workforce after you graduate. So for those of you who are looking for a job or thinking of a career change, you'll be pleased to know that Makino, Global Foundries, and Cora Environment are currently recruiting. So kindly scan the QR code displayed on this slide to find out more about the current job opportunity available at the job portal. So we also want to share with you that if you are a fresh graduate and need more support with your job search, we are here to help. So please reach out to us at span@sp.education.sg if you need further support. Okay, so now we have moved on to the panel discussion segment. So I think when you're registered for the webinar itself, you all have actually posted some questions, and we have collated all these questions. But just feel free, during the course of this panel discussion, you have any questions, just feel free to input into the Q&A. Yeah, so maybe at this point, just like to invite all the panelists, again, as we discuss some of the questions that you guys have inputted. Okay, so while we are waiting for some of the questions by our participants, I think we do notice that you have input some questions. So we'll just probably get the panel discussion rolling by these questions. Yeah, so maybe one of the questions that I want to ask the 3 panelists, right, is that know, if you can actually name the top 1 to 2 key skills that is value adding to enter your industry, what would it be? Yeah, maybe you can start with Inbun first. You're on mute.
Yep, sorry. Yep. Okay. So if you were to ask me, I would say it depends on the role, whether are you looking at technical role or non-technical role. Hence, I would say, let's say, example, if you are looking at an engineering role, then I would say your technical competencies will be quite critical, all right, in terms of the kind of skill sets that's required for the role. All right. So I would actually prefer to, actually broaden this question. Whenever you take on the role, definitely an employer will look at your key competencies, whether you have the required skill sets that's required for the role. All right. But to me, to be successful, once you enter the company, all right, to have a successful career, to be successful in your role, I think you need to expand beyond your core competencies. So I would always, basically let my staff know, all right, besides your core functional competencies that you have, you should always look to acquire new skill sets such that you have secondary competencies as well as tertiary competencies, all right? This will actually make you more marketable, all right? Not only within the company where you will then have the opportunities to be internally, transferred across the companies to take on different roles, all right? As well as marketable in the sense that, if you will eventually decide to move on to the different company, these are the different skill sets or experiences that your prospective employer will actually look out for. All right. So to answer the questions, depending on the job role that you are applying for, I would say definitely the functional competencies or skill sets will be important, and that will be what the employer be looking at. But to be successful and to be more marketable, do also look at upskilling yourself, all right, in terms of beyond your core competencies, what are the other competencies that you can actually pick up, all right, during your tenure with the company.
Hey, thanks for sharing. Just want to check, Mikhail and Ajay, do you have any inputs based on Inbun's thoughts?
Actually, what I could have mentioned is really depending. Yeah, it does depend on the position and the job that you are exploring. But I think one thing that we can also gather is that we have to understand what are our core skills. What are rather our skills that we are good at, so that we will be able to know how we can upscale ourselves, where to improve, what to address. And in addition to that, what I can see probably in our own industry itself would be something with the likes of problem solving and adaptability. Because adaptability in the case we're in, our industry is so fast paced that you need to really be able to think on your feet. And then at the same time with problem solving is that you'll be able to come up with certain ways on how you can do that. But in relation that to any of our students here who are going for internship or even like full-time after graduating, I think, if they don't have any specific work experience yet, perhaps you can go for the likes of those extracurricular activities that you've done or projects that you've made, so that they'll be able to share that when they're being interviewed for positions.
So, Mr. Mikhail, got anything to add on for this?
Because I think that I did explain that Makino Asia is a precision engineering sector, and we are more looking at because I'm from engineering background, so my answer is always straightforward. And we are looking forward to see some of the mechanical engineering and also precision engineering sector, those skill set that join us. Of course, R&D, programmer, software, they are most welcome. And nowadays, last time there's AI is a need, but now it's the essential. You must have that. So almost the whole world in the company, in the whole world is required for AI now. So we are looking forward to see some of the young guy to good in AI and good in programming, because that machine design cannot stay there. We have to always to improve this and that. And this is what we are looking for.
Hey, thanks for sharing, Mikhail. I think something that you mentioned about AI actually resonate with everyone, regardless whether is it manufacturing or sustainability sectors. And
Yes.
based on the inputs, from our participants, we do have a lot of overlapping questions on AI. So maybe I just want to ask the panelists, how would AI actually impact the manufacturing and sustainability sectors, and in what way? Maybe RJ can go first on this.
Okay. Yeah, I think with AI, because AI itself is really transforming our industry, right? But specifically for manufacturing, even with semicon as well, it's really about boosting efficiency. And then for us, we do like predictive maintenance. AI does have a sense wherein they can predict like failures or certain. It depends on the data as well, and it can lead to a longer machine life and being able to like prevent disruptions. So that will be for predictive maintenance. They can also do like defect detection or like quality control. Um, and then at the same time, process optimization, because it's really using such tools to really improve your efficiency. It's not something working against us, but using this tool to really um, fully utilize the benefits that we can get from it.
Any inputs from the Imbun and Mikhail?
For me, I do agree with that, because the AI can help us to reduce probability, planning, programming, even design. That AI can help us. That's why we are now, even HR, for me, I'm from technical skills transfer to HR, and they used to call me technical HR. And I need to use this both in HR function, in the technical function, that we use always in AI. And our CEO is always encourage us AI.
Yeah, so my view on AI, I've been quite a few forums and seminars for this year. And the key topic for all these seminars for this year is actually all about AI. And I would say then, there's actually a concern or fear that, whether AI eventually will replace our jobs, which I think to a certain extent that may happen. But I don't think even if happen, we should be, actually be fearful of AI at all. Okay, if any, like what the other two speakers have mentioned, I think AI is actually to me is actually an enhancer. It actually helps us to really complement what we are doing, right? So that's why I say the key thing is, while we have our own core competencies, always be on the lookout to see how you can really upskill yourself, all right, to have additional competencies. And as well as importantly, I think Ajay also mentioned, I think in this era where we are going to see really massive changes, in terms of how we do our job due to AI, the ability to adapt, the ability to be agile in what you learn will become very critical skill sets, as we move forward and see how we can continue to leverage on AI, in our jobs.
Yeah, so actually resonate with Imbun, not to be fearful about AI. I think over the past months and years, AI has really shown proven in terms of data predictions, improving efficiency and all. Yeah, so
Maybe
I think
I just maybe also quote a few examples of how we are doing AI now in basically in Quora. So last time we as a planning for all our routes in terms of waste collection, it always has been very manual. All right. So we have actually come up with a route optimizer, all right, such that we input all our collection points and all our routes into this optimizer. And then through AI, it can actually help to plan the most efficient route for our drivers to actually operate on. All right. So then what does this means for my ops executive who last time used to actually, operate on a very manual basis? Does that mean that they lose their job? No, actually we are now reskilling them, we are actually upgrading them to be able to use a software system, all right, to be able to do their job more efficiently. So I think this is just, a very simple example of, how AI actually comes in to actually help to enhance our own efficiency and productivity.
Okay, thanks for sharing. I think this is one of the most highly overlapped question. Because I think quite a number actually talk about AI, what is the impact on manufacturing. And I think through this speaker, I think we can actually sense, or rather we can also feel the significant improvement in terms of trying to push for manufacturing efficiency and productivity. Yeah, so maybe the next question is more towards the career transition and all. So we have one question that says that at mid 40s to 50s, do I still stand a chance for a successful career change? So if I'm looking at re-entering the workforce, is it still possible at this age?
Okay, for me, because Makino is under AMEU and under Specta, meaning is that we have the career conversion program, and now Makino is doing it, and any new hire below 40 or above 40, we still can plan them for the career conversion plan. Meaning is that we can train them for extra 50% to enhance their core skill and also add on their what we call the responsibility, extra skill together with them. Don't worry about that.
What about Mr. Ajay? Or Indu? Yeah.
Yes. We've also participated in events wherein there are like some mid-career switches that Global Foundries has gathered like candidates who are willing to do that, and then also partnerships too. So I think one key here thing is because we're talking about, when you mentioned at 40s to 50s, I think one key here is about adaptability, as mentioned. One of the things I mentioned about skills, right? Because we know that the industry changes so fast. And if we are able to upgrade themselves, like what Ekwood has mentioned, completely like trying to upskill yourself, then we'll be able to stay relevant because Global Foundries thrives on diversity. So we also have candidates who are in certain periods of their life, because we all know that we can learn from each of these individuals as well. So that, yes, where there's definitely mid-career switch opportunities. And in the event, let's say for Global Foundries as well, we do also internal opportunities within the organization that can help people explore other parts of the job functions that they want to take in.
Yeah. So similarly for Quora environment, we do take in, basically, I would say candidates who are from a different industry, even from a different so-called role, who likes to pursue a career with us, and then we actually put them through a career conversion program where we actually then send them for the training required for them to take on the role. But let's say if you are in your 40s, in your 50s, and you actually want a total career change, I would also say that you will also need to manage your expectations, because it really depends on the kind of experience that and skill sets that you actually have, that will be in a way, I would say, can it still be transferred or be useful in your new role? Okay, if it's something that is totally new, and like what I say, if you have just been on a single track, you only have a single competency and you want to make that switch, yes, I would say it is still possible. Some companies may still give you a chance, put you through the training, but you also need to have a different kind of attributes that the company will be looking at, maybe like leadership skill, project management skills, and all that to be considered.
Okay, thanks for sharing again. So maybe just probably one last question. This is from our current students. Yeah, so as preparation for internships, what do I have to look for in choosing the right company to intern in? So any skills that will help me stand a better chance to secure a good internship?
Let me try to answer that one. I think because for Global Foundries, oh, by the way, just to share with you, because for SP, we've also partnered with Singapore Polytechnic, and we've signed an MOU to really like have our partnership too, so that all the students can explore opportunities with us. So I think for that case, right, you can look. I think one thing is you can look for your seniors, because nothing beats the experience of the previous people who had their internships to how was the experience of these previous interns from this company. What are the things that they've learned. I think this is one of the what I can advise for the students, because choosing the right company, it's very subjective, really. I think it's really boils down to how the experiences of people who have worked before us. If you manage to find people who work in that company, or manage to find interns who interned in that company, you can ask for their experience. And for sure, that will be very helpful for you in deciding.
I think
How
for
about
me,
Mikhail?
yeah, for me, I think that just now you guys saw my slide, that we have a very we treat all the intern as our family member, and we train them is beyond, we train more than what they have to learn. They even, for example, this year I make the 25 of the intern together with us, and hold them to ask them to organize a SG60 event for the whole company. This additional program that ask them to learn, explore themselves, to build their communication, is beyond their curriculum. This is what we always train to the people. And I don't know I'm not sure other company, but for me, the HR always meet up with them monthly to understand from them anything that they ask for, and anything that they are requesting, any issue that they encounter for, then HR will deal with that. So I make sure that we meet up with them every month, and to understand their need, and to understand that whether they are doing only their job, or explore more than what they want.
Okay, so maybe Inbun, probably last 30 seconds before we end on this panel discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. For me, internship, if you ask me, 20 years ago when I was undergrad and going for internship, the experience is like, oh, you just help out with the company. So I was like, photostating papers, destroying files and etc. But I think these days internships are actually more structured now. The schools are actually more, I would say, on the ball and keen to know what is the progress of the students. We have to meet up with professors as well. Yeah, so I think it's very much well structured. So for the students, I would say, think ahead. Think ahead, what do you want to do in your career, so that you will then narrow down the list of companies or industries that you want to intern at. And then when you actually go for the interviews with the companies, again, like what Mikhail has said, look for companies that will, have a plan in mind, that will involve you in certain projects, etc. Instead of telling you, oh, you'll just help out in this department, help out, you don't know exactly what they actually want you to do. As an internship is very short. So actually, if they have planned for certain projects they have in mind, then I think that will be very useful. And within that period of time, you will have a really clear deliverables that you need to deliver. And that will actually add to your experience and to your CV when you actually go out to the working world. Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for the very insightful sharing and the wisdom by the three companies. Yeah, so we have come to the end of the panel discussion. So we hope that we have actually answered most of your questions. And if you probably post a Q&A question, we'll see how we can actually link back to you. If not, you can actually write into us if you have any further questions. Yeah, so we hope that this webinar has benefited you. So kindly scan the QR code to provide us with your feedback. And this is important for us as we work on improving our future events. We look forward to receiving your feedback. So before you leave, please follow us on SP Alumni Telegram to receive more alumni updates and career-related information. So thanks for your time, and we also wish you a good weekend ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.